Hi, welcome back to another session of Anubhavshaphotography. In this session, we are going to talk about how to create 3D mobile effect in Photoshop, and we will quickly see how to achieve this. 3D mobile effect is a very artistic and unique effect of Photoshop. By using this technique, you can really play with some sort of special effect using your mobile or your images. So let's jump into Photoshop and start the magic. Hello wonderful people, this is Anubhav Sharma from Anubhavshaphotography. Without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, first thing first, let's open Photoshop and open all the images. So we have these three images. First, this mobile, second is the model, and third is the road. You can use this picture as well so that you don't have to just merge the model with this particular road, but I like the background, so I'm going to use this background instead of this one. So we are going to just cut this particular hand and the mobile using quick selection tool. And once this is done, just press on clipping. And now you can select any tool like polygon lasso tool, or you can just select pen tool, any tool you like, and just make the selection inside the mobile. We have already made several sessions where we talked about how to use pen tool, quick selection tool and various tools. Please check videos details in our channel. Right click, make selection. Click masking, select the brush. Make sure opacity is 100% and foreground color is selected as black. And just remove it. And just do Command D to deselect. So the selection should be removed. And now we are going to use the crop tool. Just go here and give the ratio as per your requirements. I'm giving 1920 and 1080. And I'm just unchecking delete crop pixels and decrease it like this. Press enter. Now just create another layer and fill it with the white. Press Command backspace or Control Delete in Windows. But before doing this action, just make sure your background color should be white. Drag this particular layer underneath. Now this is perfect. After achieving it, just select the layer 1, right click, lighting options. Come to gradient overlay and just select black and white. Decrease the opacity and click on reverse. Click on this bar and select this particular white stop. I'm going to make it little more gray. This is perfect. Now come to pattern overlay and just choose any pattern you like and just decrease its opacity to somewhere 15 or 80. I have just made a few changes in gradient overlay. Please review them, and pattern overlay is like this. Press OK. So this is perfect, and now after achieving it, we are going to bring our road texture on the canvas. Activate move tool by pressing V and just double click on this background and make it to the layer and drag it onto the main canvas. Command minus to decrease it, Command T to transform and adjust the image as per the mobile alignment. I'm decreasing the opacity of it so that I'll be able to know where we are going to put it. Press enter. Now select pen tool and make sure your layer 2 is selected, which is road, and just make a selection like this. Right click, make selection and just click on masking and just select this particular masking and do Command I to invert. Perfect. You can go to the gradient overlay anytime and you can just change the effect as per your requirements. Perfect. Press OK. And now we are going to make this road more visible from the edges of this mobile. So first of all, we are going to just decrease the opacity of this particular layer. We'll call it mobile, so that we'll be able to see what is going on. So I'm just selecting the brush tool, selecting the road masking and just making it from the edges a little bit, something like this. Select the mobile, decrease the opacity to somewhere 50-60% so that we'll be able to see the road. Select pen tool and just click from the edges of the roads. Right click, make selection. Select the masking, select brush tool, just select on masking of mobile layer, do Command Shift I and just remove the parts. Once you are done with it, just press Command D to deselect and make opacity back to 100% for mobile. Select the masking of mobile and press Command and just click on road masking once, so the selection will be enabled. Make sure mobile layer is still selected. Select the brush, make sure foreground layer is selected as black. Do Command D to deselect. Now this is perfect. Just we are selecting the mobile layer and creating a curve adjustment. Just click on clipping and adjust it a little bit like this. Select root layer and create another curve above to it and press on clipping. Perfect. Once you have achieved it, now this is time to put the model on it. Grab the clip selection tool and select the model. Click on masking. Select the masking. Grab the brush tool. Make sure foreground color is selected as white. Decrease the brush and just refine the model. Toggle between black and white to add or decrease the effect. Once you have achieved it, just press V and drag it on the main canvas. Press enter. Do Command 0. Now we are going to create a lens flare on it. Just create fresh layer. Fill it with the black. Filter, render, lens flare. Select any lens type you need and put it inside the center. Press OK. Now just change its blending mode to screen and just do Ctrl or Command T and just make it very small. Select the eraser tool and make opacity 100% and select the brush, soft round, increase the size of brush and just erase the edges, the harsh edges of the lens flare which we have just created. And once this is done, just select this particular layer only. Go to filter, blur and Gaussian blur and just apply Gaussian blur somewhere like this. Press OK. Now this is done. Just do Command U to come to hue and saturation. Click on colorize and change the color as per your requirements. Press OK. We will call it model and we will call it sun. And I'm decreasing the opacity somewhere 60 or 70%. And just select the model layer. Go to hue and saturation. Click on clipping and just click on colorize and adjust the model as per entire scene. Decrease its opacity. Selecting the brush, make sure foreground color is selected as black, selecting the masking of this hue and saturation and removing the color from the back. Now we are creating the shadow. Create another fresh layer above to it, call it shadow. Press Command or Control and click on the model masking once, so the entire selection will be enabled. Make sure your shadow layer is selected and press Alt backspace to fill it with the black. Do Command D to deselect. And now while selecting the shadow layer, just do Command T, right click, flip vertical and just drag it like this. Now match legs of the model. Press enter and drag the shadow layer underneath to the model layer. Select the masking of model layer. Grab the brush tool. Make sure Your foreground color is selected as black. Opacity somewhere 40%. Select the soft round. Do Command 0. Select the shadow. Decrease it. Go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and apply blur somewhere 7 pixels. Press OK. This is perfect. Now just select the shadow and model layer. Do Command T and just drag it little bit up. Press enter. Now just come to hue and saturation for the model. Decrease the lightness. Select the masking of the hue and saturation. Select the brush. Make sure foreground color is selected as black and just decrease it from here, from the edges. And we are almost done. We are just going to create brightness and contrast, and we are just adjusting its contrast a bit. You can adjust any kind of effect which we have done here by going to any kind of parameters. Finally, exposure, and we are going to just adjust it a little bit. And you're almost done. You have achieved so wonderful results. And by using this technique, you can manipulate any kind of images like this. Enjoy and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Alright, so as we have seen that how wonderfully and effectively we can generate 3D mobile effect in Photoshop, and by using this technique you can really achieve wonderful results. And in case you find any difficulty using Photoshop, photography or Adobe Premiere Pro, you can go to our website www.anubhavshaphotography.com, or you can comment in comment section. And if you have not subscribed my channel right now, please go and subscribe and hit the bell icon. We'll be back very soon with a fresh dedicated episode for you. Meanwhile, stay fit, stay healthy, be happy. This is Anubhav Sharma from Anubhavshaphotography signing off.